The M.U.T.Os are parasitic kaiju created by Legendary Pictures that appear in the 2014 Godzilla film, Godzilla. The M.U.T.Os are known to have been developed from Rakamuto and the pterodactyl, two early monsters from the development of Godzilla. In the Comic-Con 2012 teaser trailer for the film, an unnamed, tardigrade-like, multi-legged monster was created to confirm that Godzilla would be fighting another monster in Legendary Pictures' Godzilla. According to witnesses of the Godzilla trailer shown in Comic-Con 2013, the M.U.T.O originally were spider-like creatures with long, thin limbs and scythes. This changed in the actual movie. The M.U.T.Os went through several dozen concepts before Legendary settled on their final designs. Some concepts had the male M.U.T.O with 4 wings, damn, and others had him with only 6 total appendages, including wings. What's up, subscribers and fans? Iceman here, and I wanted to touch some on the M.U.T.O. I remember when I first saw the 2014 film, I wasn't very impressed, but after I let it all sink in, I think they're pretty badass. And in my opinion, their design is somewhat believable, especially compared to other foes in the Godzilla franchise. I just loved seeing the scenes with the M.U.T.O and their behavior and how they interacted in the natural world. I found it all very interesting. In fact, I have the film coming in the mail, so I'm pretty damn excited to get that and expect a review on that shortly and some afterthoughts. I have it in Blu-ray. It's gonna rock, especially in my home theater system. Check out my videos regarding that if you haven't yet. I have a damn nice home theater system. A true ice man cave, if you will. But check this out, more regarding the M.U.T.O on the Godzilla wiki page. The M.U.T.O's name is an acronym for Massive Unidentified Terrestrial Organism. According to Godzilla Awakening, this is a designation Monarch gives to all giant monsters as a sort of placeholder name. In this comic, both Godzilla and Shinomura were known as M.U.T.Os before being given their own individual names. The M.U.T.O's bodies are covered in an iridescent, metallic grayish-black exoskeleton. They have orangey red, narrowly shaped eyes. They have triangular jaws resembling a hooked beak, with the male M.U.T.O having 2 mandibles in his chin, while the female only has 1. The female M.U.T.O has 2 pairs of forelimbs and a smaller pair on her chest, and is much bigger than the male M.U.T.O, being just smaller than Godzilla. She also has a pouch-like structure on her abdomen. The male M.U.T.O is nearly identical in appearance, except that one of the 2 forelimb pairs has been modified into his wings, which are long, pointed, and membranous, similar to those of a pterosaur. The design possesses long, slender, somewhat deer-like hind limbs with flat, broad feet ending in 2 hoof-like toes. The forelimbs all end in a pseudo-claw form, being curved like a sickle. When walking, the M.U.T.O use the front knuckle of their claws, giving it a hook-like appearance. The M.U.T.Os have very unique roars, many of which are deep and blaring, with occasional crackles and snapping noises. At a few points, the M.U.T.Os make trumpet-like cries and groans, similar to creaking doors. The male and female vocalizations are slightly different. The male emits higher-pitched calls and shrieks, while the female's roars are deeper. And check this out, guys. Here's some reference on their origins. The M.U.T.O are ancient parasites that come from the same era and ecosystem as Godzilla. Much like him, the M.U.T.O feed off of radiation. However, unlike the surviving Godzilla, who adapted to live at the bottom of the ocean and feed off of the planet's natural radiation, the M.U.T.O are actively drawn to sources of man-made radiation, such as nuclear warheads and energy plants. And here now, we have some of their abilities described. Intelligence. The M.U.T.Os have shown to be intelligent enough to work as team, as the male M.U.T.O will drag Godzilla away from the female M.U.T.O so she can attack. Durability. Both M.U.T.Os were durable enough to take barrages of both small and large arms fire without any damage. Echolocation. Both MUTOs can use echolocation to communicate, find a source of radiation, and locate each other. Electromagnetic pulse. The male M.U.T.O is able to unleash electromagnetic pulses from its claws, which can disable electric apparatuses in a 5-mile wide radius. The female can instead surround herself with an EMP field labeled the Sphere of Influence by the news, which performs the same function. There doesn't appear to be any limit of how often either M.U.T.O can use their EMP abilities. In the official novelization, it is explained the EMP ability evolved as a defense mechanism used to prevent Godzilla's species from using their atomic breath. This purpose is never alluded to in the film, but in an earlier screenplay, it is explicitly mentioned that Godzilla cannot use his atomic breath whenever he is near the female M.U.T.O. Flight. The male M.U.T.O has wings which he can use to fly through the air, but his top speed is undetermined. Shit, these guys have a ton of freaking abilities. They also possess physical strength and reproduction. The female M.U.T.O was observed destroying buildings with ease, and she was able to toss Godzilla himself around even a few times, despite his own immense size and weight. That is freaking whack. So what do you guys think about seeing the M.U.T.Os again in a future Godzilla film? And what are your thoughts on them in terms of how they rank amongst the other Godzilla enemies? Whose asses do you think the M.U.T.Os could kick? Let me know in the comments, if you will. And like this damn video if you haven't yet, and subscribe to the page. I am the freaking Iceman. More videos to come.